Motion, we do number 5 on closing all those accounts.
Okay, motion made by Supervisor Garrity, seconded by Supervisor Dickinson. Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. 6, referrals from the Health, Human, and Social Services Committee. Item A, Employment and Training Administration. Request to amend the county budget in the amount of $6,900 to reflect the receipt of FTIA funding as reimbursement for costs associated with the training of 9 dislocated workers. Motion made by Supervisor Frazier, second by Supervisor Stroud. This is, they usually have amendments, don't they, anyway, to this every year?
Yes, I believe you're right, yes.
So, okay, so we have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. B, Employment and Training. Request to amend the county budget in the amount of $109,237 to reflect receipt of state TANF funding for the summer youth program.
Can I make a motion to do B and C?
You can do that. You can do that.
I'll do it.
Okay. Motion to move B and C by Supervisor Garrity, seconded by Supervisor Merlino. Any discussion on these items? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. D, referral from Public Works, DPW, request to authorize the county treasurer to close capital project H366 and return remaining funds in the amount of $10,731.52 to county road fund.
I'll move it. I'll second.
By Supervisor Garrity, seconded by Supervisor Stroud. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Items to be discussed by the county administrator. Looks like we've got journal reports of transfers. Anything out of the ordinary here?
Anybody has any questions on any of those? They're in the packet.
Okay, moving on to 9, request to, or items to be discussed by the county attorney.
We received the contract from Nixon Peabody, which are the attorneys that the board chose to hire for railroad services. There is a specific paragraph in the contract that I am uncomfortable signing without bringing to the board's attention. It's a clause that would be considered, or that would be included in any contract with another attorney, but I just want to bring it out before we sign it. Part of the contract states that it is a big firm and that other people in the firm may represent clients that have matters which are not in the same or best interests of Warren County. So although the attorneys that are specifically working on the railroad would not be working with these clients, the firm as a whole may represent clients against Warren County. So I just want to make sure that the supervisors are okay with that before we sign off on this contract.
Supervisor Brady. Oh, you're making the motion?
No.
I don't need
Okay.
a motion, it's just...
No, I thought you had a question.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, I comment. I'm not comfortable with that, and I understand that they probably separate the two, but within the same law firm, you could have them both competing for us, representing us, and competing against us. And are there other options other than a law firm that would have both that scenario?
We can either ask them to take this out and they cannot represent any clients against Warren County, or you can choose to go with a different law firm, but it's probably going to be in their contract as well.
My recommendation would be to have them take it out.
Supervisor Garrity?
Didn't I not read their name in an article, a newspaper article, where they're representing somebody in the railroad business already? Who wrote an article? Was it the Sun-Times? Somebody just had an article about the railroad, and I swear that I read this Nixon Peabody name as representing, it was an article about Iowa Pacific. It was an article, it was an article where I read about, I thought it was this law firm, because I was going to ask you a question. I got to find that article, but I'm sure that they're representing another railroad. That
Very well could be, our railroad shop.
no, I understand, but I think I think the firm they were talking about was a firm that wanted to have discussion with the county, us.
I just need a specific question so that I understand what you read there. So, did I hear you correctly when you said that the firm could simultaneously be representing another client against Warren County?
That has an adverse interest to Warren County, yes.
Oh, Don Lehman, you wrote the article.
I
Is it the same lawyer?
Supervisor Garrity, we actually have Supervisor McDevitt with that question.
I would feel uncomfortable with that, Mary. That the same law firm. I mean, I can understand a law firm of this size, okay, representing the railroad industry and have general interest, but to have a potentially attorneys in the firm involved in litigation against Warren County, to me, I would feel very uncomfortable with that.
I'm assuming the entire committee has the same.
Strike that paragraph,
So,
right.
I just want to make sure, though, if I go back to them and I ask them to take this out and they say they can't and they won't represent us, then it'll be another month before I can come back here and we can hire more attorneys. I just want to make sure that's okay.
I'm comfortable with that.
Supervisor Wild?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Question for Mary. Mary, that's a standard clause in an attorney contracts, right?
Correct.
So if they did have a conflict, would they notify us?
Yes, of course.
So are they saying they have a conflict now?
There's no conflict at the moment. They did a conflict check when they agreed to retain us, or we agreed to retain them. No, they took us on as clients,
So
but they did a
another
conflict check.
follow-up. What are the risks for us moving forward with this?
I don't...
And then finding out that there's a conflict potentially 3 months down the line, would our strategies be open for other people to understand and maybe used against us?
The specific attorneys working on Warren County's file could never have a conflict without Warren County waiving that. If they did, they would be disbarred. So I have a hard time believing any attorney would take that on. In the world of law firms, it's not a conflict for the firm in general to represent someone adverse to Warren County, as long as they don't have anything to do with the attorneys working on our file. What was the rest of your question?
Okay, that's basically it. So what's your recommendation? If we go to another firm, we're going to have the same kind of possible terms and conditions. So I'm just curious, what's your thought?
My thought is we ask them to take it out if we are uncomfortable with it, but I think that we also have to be aware that they may say no, and we're just going to be dealing with another law firm that has the same clause.
So if I could just add one more thing, I think it's a no-win situation for us as well as a no-lose situation. I think we should move forward because time is of the essence with the advice we're looking from the attorneys. And if it does become a conflict, then we can reassess.
Well, I think the position of the committee, yeah. Are we okay with that?
I agree. No.
No? The position of the committee was actually to ask the firm to see if they would take that out. So why don't we start there? If we can't make any headway, maybe, I mean, we don't need a resolution for this anyway. We just need to, so maybe there could be an email sent out to everyone saying, listen, they did or they didn't, and what's the pleasure at that point?
Well, can we get consensus of the committee whether we would move ahead if they say no?
Okay.
I'm fine with that, but
So what are we going to do? If this is a standard clause in a contract, are we going to search the United States for an attorney that will take it out? And then if we don't find an attorney who doesn't take it out, what are we doing here?
I'm going to make a prediction that they
'Cause I
change
don't
it.
know.
I'm going to make that prediction, that they change it.
I'm willing to-
Standard is standard is standard.
The other question I have is we have a conference call on Friday, so is that off?
I think she can make a call today for them. When we get done here by 12:30, we'll know whether they will take it out or not.
Right, but if they refuse, Doug, should we not know we're going to move ahead? We ask.
I'd ask for a show of hands.
Ask and answer.
Ask them to take it off. If they say no, I think we should proceed with them. They have no conflict right now. We can at least talk to them on Friday and get some input. So I'd ask for a show of hands.
okay, so for the show of hands is to take this out. If they don't, let's proceed anyway.
Right.
Okay, let's see a show of hands. Yes.
Now, if they do have a conflict, they're supposed to notify us?
They couldn't even have retained us if they had a conflict.
No, I mean, if they take
initially.
on a client after
They'll have
we
to
fire
let us
them,
know.
then we'd have a decision to fire them.
You know, if they're smart, they're probably gonna watch this video and say, hey, we don't have to take out the contract or the paragraph because the clowns have already said, we're gonna take it on.
It won't be online when she makes it.
I don't consider myself.
I don't think they
It won't be that
have the
quick.
time to watch
Say,
it.
well,
They're gonna modify their language.
Very rude.
I think they'll
I think they're
modify.
worried about more other things than
Yeah,
watching
I
her.
agree.
I think we don't make a final decision until after we get at least some, after we get some feedback from Mary. I don't think we should make that.
If they don't take it out and I don't have consensus from the committee, I am not talking to them.
Oh, you have consensus from the
you have
committee.
consensus.
Yes.
Oh, okay, so we're,
Yes.
that's the vote, okay.
Yes.
Can we have a roll call vote on that?
We had a show of hands.
So, hands.
You and, I
Let's
believe...
do a roll call vote. Do I see that? I didn't.
We can do that?
Yeah, you and Peter against the rest of us.
All right,
They're
so-
the clowns.
Are you all set?
The
The two clowns on that
The
side.
camera is right
Oh.
there.
Write it down.
Let's just tell them what we're gonna do now. before-
So, it's Doug, it's just you and Peter.
Okay, all right.
All right, Mary, anything else, or
No, that was it.
anything else? Okay. Well, that's settled. Item 10, Finance Committee actions required on the following items approved by Personnel and Higher Education, and those are agenda items 4, 6A, 6B, 7, 8B, and 9.
I'll make that motion.
Motion made by Supervisor Garrity, second by Supervisor Simpson. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Privilege of the floor. Anyone wishing to address the Finance Committee? No? Motion to adjourn then. By Supervisor Dickinson, seconded by Supervisor Garrity. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Thank you.
Clean up.